Good morning, everyone. And thank you for coming today. Welcome to the Windward Buddhist Temple's Obon and Hatsubon Service, a time for us to honor and remember those who passed before us. My name is Lisa Fujikawa, and I'll be your MC for today. I'd like to welcome and thank Reverend Joshin Kamuro for officiating today's service and being our guest speaker. We will begin with the ringing of the Kansho. That signifies the bell, the beginning of a temple service. It is a deep and sacred ritual steeped in ancient tradition. It is the calling of the people to come together to listen to the Dharma or the teachings. The temple bell represents the gratitude and deep appreciation of the members, friends, and guests of the Windward Buddhist Temple. Please sit quietly in your seats. We will begin the service with an offering of flowers and light. If you are able, please rise for the meditation, followed by the chanting of the Vandana and Ti-Sarana by the congregation in Pali and English, found in the red Jodo Shinshu Service book on page 7. Please be seated. We will now chant Sambujo, found in the Jodo Shinshu Service book on page 9, followed by an Obon aspiration by Reverend Kamuro. The words of the Sambujo, which invite Amida, Shakyamuni, and all the Buddhas of the 10 directions, that is, all directions everywhere, symbolizes our willingness to open our hearts and minds to receive the Dharma.
Shakyamuni Buddha and the Buddhas of the 10 directions to enter this temple.
We will now have the Hatsubon remembrance for those individuals who passed away in the last year. When the name of your loved one is read, please come forward to offer incense. Reverend Kamuro will ring the bell once after each name is called. After the Hatsubon ceremony is completed, Reverend Kamuro will ring the bell several times and then begin leading us in the chanting of today's sutra, Praises of the Buddha, which can be found in the Jodo Shinshu Service book on page 112. Praises of the Buddha is the English translation of Sambutsuge, which is found in the larger sutra. In Praises of the Buddha, the Bodhisattva Dharmakara praises the Loksvara Buddha and expresses his desire to become the Amida Buddha, making 48 vows and thus establishing the Pure Land. While chanting, we join together in oneness with Dharmakara's aspirations to attain Buddhahood and work for the enlightenment of all beings. Susan Yamamoto.
Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Obon is a time to reflect upon once more on our deep indebtedness to our departed ancestors, recalling all their acts of kindness and support with gratitude. Here today, family, relatives, and friends have assembled before Amida Buddha to observe the Obon and Hatsubon service in memory of the Windward Buddhist Temple's members and friends who passed away in the previous 12 months. As we participate in this service, we spiritually dedicate this day as our expression of deep appreciation for Amida Buddha. Through the power of Amida's vow, those who have been born in the Pure Land immediately attain Buddhahood, awakening a heart of great compassion. Returning to this world of pain and ignorance, they work tirelessly to guide us onto the path of truth. Those who are near to us and have gone to the Pure Land now, watch over us always, fulfilling the working of the Buddha. On the occasion of Obon, we are filled with gratitude towards our beloved ones who have attained Buddhahood, and our joy flows from us in Nembutsu. With adoration, we chant praises of the Buddha, entrusting ourselves to Amida's vow of truth, and express our gratitude for his great compassion. With reverence, I, Shaku Joshin, humbly declare. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. 何番。
Wisdom
If you are able, Please rise for the recitation, the Creed, Ryogemon, which can be found in the Jodo Shinshu Service book on page 4. Namo Amida Butsu. Entrust yourself to me. I will liberate you just as you are. This is the calling voice of Amida. My blind passions are embraced in the Buddha's awakening. So the Buddha calls to me. I will liberate you just as you are. Gratefully responding to the Buddha's call, I find that I am already on the path that leads to the pure north, and the Nembutsu flows freely from my thankful heart. It is due to the guidance of Shinran and successive spiritual leaders who have transmitted the teachings to us today. Softens my rigid heart and mind. Gratitude for the gift of life I have received frees me from becoming lost in greed and anger, and allows me to share a warm smile and speak gentle words. Sharing the joy and sadness of others, I shall strive to live each day to the fullest. Namo Tassa. Please remain standing for the Gatha Shinshu Anthem, found in the Purple Praises of the Buddha book on page 178. Please be seated. Our speaker today is Reverend Joshin Kamuro. I'd like to call upon Temple President Dennis Tashiro to introduce him.
Good morning, everyone. Today we have Reverend Joshin Kamuro. He's from Mililani Hongwanji. He's from a temple family in Aso, Kumamoto, in southern Japan. After graduating from Ryokoku University in Kyoto with a bachelor's degree in Shin Buddhist studies, he worked at the Eko House of Japanese Culture, a division of Bukkyo Dendo Kyokai, Society for the Promotion of Buddhism, in Dusseldorf, Germany, from 2001 to 2006. Here's where I would say something in German, but I don't know German, so. He returned to Japan in 2007 to further his study at Ryokoku University and completed a doctorate program in Shin Buddhist Studies in 2014. When he came to Hawaii in October 2015, his first assignment was the Hawaii Betsuing on Pali Highway, and then to Hilo Betsuing on the Big Island. He has been serving as a resident minister at Mililani since August of 2024. Reverend Kamuro and his wife, Minako, are blessed with 2 children, Yuma, he'll be entering University of California, LA. Wow, this September. Congratulations. And Nanami, cute girl. She'll be attending Aya Hongwanji Preschool this August. So, Reverend?
Denis Tashiro-san, thank you for your kind introduction. First, I would like to share a message that I encountered 2 years ago at Tsukiji Hongwanji in Tokyo. At that time, I was attending the 7 a.m. morning service together with members of IBIXI, the Young Buddhist International Cultural Study Exchange Group from Hawaii. Incidentally, this year's IBIXI program is currently taking place in Japan and will continue through July 9th. There I saw an explanation of words from Shinran Shonin's Shoshinge, the hymn of true and trusting in the Nembutsu. So I would like to share those words with you. Please join me in Gassho. Shinran Shonin said, "Great compassion never ceases and always illumines me." When we place our palms together in front of a family altar or grave, we may feel as if we were speaking to our departed loved ones. We sense that they are listening with tenderness and stillness. They have become Buddhas, always concerned for us, and are with us along with Amida Buddha. Wherever we are, they are always with us. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Good morning, everyone. I am Joshin Kamuro from Mililani Hongwanji. Thank you very much for joining today's Obon Hatsubon Service. First of all, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to President Denis Tashiro-san and everyone at Windward Buddhist Temple for inviting me to share the Nembutsu teaching with you this morning. The last time I visited Windward Buddhist Temple was about 8 years ago when I was at Hawaii Betsuing. It was during your abundance, and I still remember how beautifully the Yagura was decorated with tropical flowers and greenery. Since then, many things have changed. I was transferred from Hawaii Betsuing to Hilo Betsuing, where I served for 4 years and 8 months before returning to Oahu 2 years ago. During those years, my son Yuma experienced changing schools twice from Hongwanji Mission School to Waikea Middle School, and later from Waikea High School to Mililani High School. Those transitions were not always easy, but they also became opportunities to meet new friends and grow through new experiences. Another great blessing during our years on the Big Island was the birth of our daughter, Nanami, at Hiro Medical Center on January 6, 2024. So today, it brings me great joy to be here with my entire family, and I am grateful that our path in the Nembutsu have crossed again at this Obon and Hatsubon service. I would like to share one story before we get into the content of the Dharma Talk. As Dennis-san kindly introduced, I am originally from Aso, Kumamoto. Coincidentally, that is also the ancestral hometown of Florence Wasai-san and Ruby Nagao-san and Joy Nishida-san. Their mother's family, the Ueno family, lives across from my family temple, Zenshoji. When I returned to Kumamoto last November, I received a handwritten letter from Mr. Takayuki Ueno, who is now 84 years old and is a relative of Florence-san and Ruby-san. In his letter, he recalled his memories of Uncle Wasai from nearly 75 years ago. He remembered receiving a candy ray, chocolates, a children's leather jacket, and most surprisingly, a goat. A goat. At first, I wondered why a goat. Then Mr. Ueno explained, after recovering from a serious illness as a child, he was still physically weak. Uncle Wasai brought him the goat so he could drink fresh goat's milk and regain his strength. Mr. Ueno wrote, looking back now, I realize how deeply Uncle Wasai cared about my health. His kindness has remained in my heart throughout my life. How wonderful it is that an act of kindness from 75 years ago is still remembered today. When I first moved from Kumamoto to Hawaii, I never imagined that Florence-san's family roots would be connected to the very neighborhood where I grew up. What a small world. How precious our karmic connections truly are. I translated Mr. Ueno's letter into English, and after today's service, I would like to be honored to present it to Joy Nishida-san. I heard that one of the Mr. Takayuki Ueno's sons is a school teacher, the same profession as Joy. And Mr. Ueno's mother served as a Bon dance instructor in Oguni town. Now I would like to introduce this book titled The Wisdom of Buddhism in Japan, published by the Society for the Promotion of Buddhism, Bukkyo Dendo Kyokai, where I once worked in Germany. It is a story of a girl whose name is Hazuki. Hazuki lost her dog called Cookie. Do you have a dog, pet dog? Through that loss, she encountered Buddhism. Let me share her story. When Hazuki visited her grandpa's grave at the temple during her summer break, she met a minister who shared a story with her. The story goes like this. Long ago in India, there was a woman called Kisa Gotami. Her long-awaited first baby died soon after he was born. Oh, poor thing. In her grief, she went around asking for her baby to be brought back to life. The people felt sorry for her and advised her to go to the Buddha. When he saw her, Buddha said, "To bring this child back to life, bring white mustard seeds from a family where no one has died." So Gautami went around town asking. This is a picture of white mustard seeds, keshi no tane in Japanese. Although every family had white mustard seeds, there was not one home where death had not occurred. Why do you think that is? Because there is no one who doesn't die. That's right. Gautami returned to the Buddha disappointed. But when she saw his calm appearance, she understood the meaning of his words for the first time. Then she buried her child's body in a grave and became a disciple of Buddha. She realized that her sorrow at losing a loved one was something everyone experiences. But even then, that doesn't mean we don't feel sad. No. After Hazuki heard this story and she had a conversation with a minister, she was all right in the end. She said, "I know my dog Cookie died, but he'll always be alive in my heart. Cookie taught me things I hadn't realized until now. That I am not the only one who's sad, and that there are a lot of people who care for me. So I want to say thank you to Cookie." Do you like this story? What did Hazuki realize in this story? She said, "I know my dog Cookie died, but he'll always be alive in my heart." Parting from someone we love is never easy, whether it is a family member, a friend, or even beloved pet. The pain of separation is something we all experience. But Shin Buddhism teaches us that we will be reunited in the Pure Land. That is why we can now live joyfully with the assurance that we will meet again. We realize that death is not the end of our relationship. The bonds we share never end. 2 years ago, I watched the Paris Olympic Games on TV and saw Swedish star Mont Duplantis pole vault 6.25 meters, 20.5 feet. Last year in June, at the World Championships in Tokyo, he broke again his own world record by clearing 6.30 meters. This reminded me of a metaphor that compares the Pure Land to the safety mattress used in pole vaulting. A vaulter like Duplantis can soar high because he knows the mattress will catch him. Without it, he would be too afraid to take the leap. He would cling to the pole and never let go. In the same way, when we trust the Pure Land, which embraces us, we can live freely. Without that assurance, we fear death. We cling to this world and cannot let go. The Pure Land accepts all of our past and all of our pain. Everyone is included. Because of that, we no longer fear death. We can live to the best of our ability, supported by the Pure Land, just like the pole vaulter's mattress. Once we encounter the working of Amida, we understand the impermanence of life, yet we also know we will be born in the Pure Land. Our lives will not end in vain. To conclude this morning's Dharma message, I would like to share words from Readings in Shin Buddhist Teachings, published by Hawaii Honpa Hongwanji Ministers Association Propagation Committee last year. So please look at the screen. Let me read this together. The chapter is titled Obon. Obon is a time to reflect once more on our deep indebtedness to our departed ancestors, recalling all their acts of kindness and support with gratitude. Shinran Shonin said, on reaching the land of the vow, we immediately realize the supreme nirvana, and thereupon we awaken to great compassion. This is Amida's directing of virtue. Through the power of Amida's vow, those who have been born in the Pure Land immediately attain Buddhahood, awakening a heart of great compassion. Returning to this world of pain and ignorance, they work tirelessly to guide us onto the path of truth. Those who are near to us and have gone to the Pure Land now watch over us always, fulfilling the working of the Buddha. On the occasion of Obon, we are filled with gratitude towards our beloved ones who have attained Buddhahood, and our joy flows from us in Nembutsu. Readings in Shin Buddhist Teachings. These words remind us that those who have gone before us have not disappeared. Through the compassionate working of Amida Buddha, they have become Buddhas and continue to guide us towards the path of Nembutsu. During Obon, we remember them with gratitude. We realize how deeply our lives have been supported by their love and kindness. So please join me in Kansho. Let us recite the Nembutsu together. Let us continue walking the Nembutsu path together, guided by Shinran Shonin and by all those who have already gone before us to the Pure Land. There, one day, we shall meet again in the land of peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei. If you are able, please rise for the Gatha, Obon Obon, its festival day, found on page 148 of the Purple Praises of the Buddha book, and continue to stand for the Nembutsu, found on page 145 of the same book. Please be seated. Thank you for attending today's service. Now I'll call Dennis back up for announcements.
Thank you, Reverend Kamuro, for your message today and the animated story. That was very nice. Thank you, Lisa, for being our MC. Thank you, Neil, for being our greeter. Thank you, Cookie, for ringing the Kansho. And thank you, Joy, for playing the piano. And Ryan, who's recording today's service. Let's see. I want to shout out a very big thank you to everyone who came here yesterday to construct our yagura, or musician stand, in preparation for our born dance this coming Saturday. There were lots to be done, and it was another hot day in Kailua. We'll have born dance practice this Wednesday, beginning at 7 p.m. Till about 9 o'clock. So on next Saturday, remember, the country market rummage sale will begin at 5 p.m. The food booth will begin selling food at 6 p.m. And the bon dance will start at 7 p.m. I call on Merle. She has a few requests.
Just a few requests. We're really, really good with our donations. I think we have 99% taken care of right now. What I'm looking for is manpower to help make spam musubi on Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock. We should be done by 3. That would really help. And also Friday afternoon, we will be doing the cutting the meat into strips and skewering the teriyaki meat and preparing the Simon bowls. So Friday afternoon, 1 o'clock, we'll probably be done by 3:30, 4 o'clock. And on Saturday, it'll be short because we'll just be making the spam musubis, and that'll be 1 o'clock, and we should be done by 2:30, 3 o'clock. So right now I have a small crew for the spam musubi, so if you can come and help just for a couple hours, that would really be helpful. Yes, Everly? You gonna come? Okay, so those are the 2 areas I need help with right now. And other than that, the crew that has signed up, I have a terrific group of 49 people signed up to work in the concession. So those of you who are working in the concession, please see me after service because we do have new t-shirts to give all of our workers. Thank you.
Okay, once the bon dance is over, the next morning we'll be looking for volunteers again. Sunday morning we'll be taking down the yagura and cleaning up the temple as well as the parking area. And there won't be service next week. Our next service will be July 19. Raymond Takayue of Mililani Hongwanji will be here to officiate the service, and I'll be doing the Dharma message. I found an interesting book, children's book, but it's I think it'll be interesting for adults as well. Okay. Let's see. Our last service for July 26, will also be the last service before our summer break. No services during August. On that last service, Reverend Shingo will be back and he'll be officiating as well as providing a Dharma message. A reminder, Reverend Kevin Kuniyuki will be conducting the adult Dharma class on July 18th from 10 to 12 noon with the theme, Understanding Buddhism and Shin Buddhism using the graphic novel Shoshinge Saga. So I have the portion of the booklet that we'll be using on the back table, as well as a sign-up sheet. So if you haven't already, please sign up. Let's see. Why don't I call up Joy, and then I'll call up Cynthia after that.
Hi, everyone. As you know, I'm currently the president of the Kiwanis Club of Kaneohe, and we meet here every last Thursday of the month. But we sponsor key clubs at the high school, as you know. And so I'm here representing Kailua Key Club, Kailua High School Key Club, and we've got prospective member Ethan over there. I'm trying to get Ethan to join, and Ariana also. But I wanted to let you know about a couple things. Over the next few days, they have a community school supply drive. They're going to be collecting supplies at Kailua High School next week, Thursday and Friday from 10 to 4. I might be there for some of the time. But the participating schools that we're collecting for is Blanche Pope, Maunawili, and Kailua Elementary. We had to keep the scope a little small because our club is a little less active in the summer. And if it's successful in the future, we'd like to support other schools in the area. But again, Blanche Pope Elementary in Waimanalo, Maunawili, and Kailua Elementary School. There is a list of items. I'll leave this flyer in the back, and you can take a picture of it. And if you're in the Kailua High School area, next week, Thursday and Friday, my students will be there from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. near the office to collect. And then the second thing is that this is kind of the time of year, some of you have been waiting for the car wash. So our Key Club car wash will be here at the temple right after, starting about 11:30 or so on July 26th. So the last service before our summer break. So July 26th, and I don't have a flyer for that. We'll put something up, and I'll remind you folks 2 weeks from now. So again, car wash and school supply drive next week. Thank you.
I forgot to mention earlier that we again have secured Kailua Elementary School for parking during Bon Dance. The gate will open at 4 o'clock and it will close at 11 p.m. So please, if you park there, leave before 11 o'clock. Okay. Is there any other announcement? Bob?
I keep coming up here for information. The library getting growing and children's books growing, so I have to move things around. So the children's book is on the bottom now. So it's between the children's sign-out sheet. There's about 3 children's book, W2Y, and then adult sign-out sheet. There's about 5 adult books down below, so don't forget that this bottom that you can look for borrowed children's and adult books. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's time for refreshments. So if we could all do words of thanksgiving, it'll be up on the screen. We are truly grateful for this wonderful food, a gift of life. May we share its benefits with all beings. As we partake of this food, let us remember Amida Buddha's compassion, which surrounds all people and all forms of life. Namo Amida Butsu. Itadakimasu. Thank you, everyone.